Today I'm going to show you how to properly use a torque wrench. Welcome to Getting It Done North of 7. My name is Roland. Let's get to the video. When using a torque wrench, you want to get the torque values correct, and I'll tell you why in a second. So the first thing you need to know about a torque wrench is these numbers here. What are these numbers? Well, these numbers are foot-pounds. These are the foot-pound settings that are specified for whatever your wheel lug nuts are or anything else you're using your torque wrench on. On this side, it's Newton meters. Don't worry about that. That's more for countries like in Europe or places like that. But here in Canada or the US, we're using foot-pounds, and that's what we're going to show you today. So here on my side-by-side, we're going to torque those wheel nuts to 100 foot-pounds. So here we are at foot-pounds. On this torque wrench, and they're all different. Some have a locking nut down here. This one here, you just pull the handle back like this, and you can turn this handle with the dials on it all the way around. Now we have to get it up to 100 foot-pounds, which is about right there. And right here would be 90, and here is 80 and 70 and so on. This torque wrench goes from 50 foot-pounds up to 250 foot-pounds. It all depends on the torque wrench that you buy, but this one will do the job. So again, we pull this back and we start turning our dial up to 100 foot-pounds. Now the reason we have to turn it up, because inside the torque wrench here is a spring inside here, and that's how we calibrate our torque wrench and keep it true. So we're going to continue turning this till the zero on here reaches 100 foot-pounds. There we go, right on the line. Now we can let go of this and it locks in place. Now say we wanted to put this not to 110 foot-pounds, but maybe 105. We would pull this back and turn it around till we hit 105 foot-pounds right here. All right, so for the wheel nuts on my side-by-side, we're using a 19 millimeter wrench, and you don't have to use an extension if there's nothing in the way, meaning if you're doing it on your car, like on my Kia, I need an extension because the wrench ends up hitting the fenders or the door. So I have to have an extension to get the torque wrench away from the vehicle. But I'll use it with the extension just the same. So you just pop that on there. So when you're tightening your wheel lugs, you go around, you tighten them all, not all the way, just enough so you can leave room for torquing them. Don't tighten them all the way. I wouldn't use my torque wrench to tighten your lugs all the way because it does work like on a ratchet, but I wouldn't do that. I would save my torque wrench just for the last complete job of torquing your wheel nuts to the right specification. It also can be turned this way, and I would advise you not to ever loosen your wheel lug nuts with a torque wrench. Just use breaker bar or the wheel wrench like I was using. So now that we have our wheel lug nut almost tight, we're going to put our torque wrench on. Remember, it's set to 100 foot-pounds. We're going to hold it and we're going to push down on the wrench until we hear a click. One steady motion, one click. Now you heard it when it clicked back. That's just, it's releasing. That's all that is. So one click, it's 100 foot-pounds. Now these wheel nuts here are already 100 foot-pounds. I'll prove it to you. I didn't even have to turn it, it clicked out. So that's how we properly use a torque wrench. So now I'm going to show you how to store your torque wrench properly and not ruin it. Don't lose the calibration here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull on this again, and you're going to turn the dial all the way back to zero, or all the way back, I should say. And that takes the pressure off the spring that's inside here. There we go. We're at the lowest setting here. Now you can store your torque wrench properly. Put it away in a place that's dry. There's not a lot of moisture, and that should keep it in good working order for you. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.